Alright guys, remember how I was going to be saying I was going to eviscerate him twice and I was going to be making a part 2 because the last one cut off? Well, the last one, I want the video to be so long. Well, today is the day. Now, sure, I just did this yesterday, but nah, it's not enough. I need to finish him completely without a shadow of a doubt. So, without further ado, let's get on with the evisceration. So, last time I talked about how he just completely craps on Nintendo for arbitrary and stupid reasons. Now, we're going to continue that. So, last time I talked about how he says Nintendo Switch doesn't have third-party support. And I pretty much exposed him just for that. So now I think we should just expound on that as well as give some more points. So let's go. First, let's just talk about him crapping on Nintendo fanboys for doing pretty much the exact same thing he's doing. You can't really say Nintendo fanboys are stupid and dumb because they defend Nintendo to no end, because that's what you're doing right now. Secondly, let's get into the fact that we're under that whole thing where we think that what a real video game is. Alright, let's just get something straight here. Dude says a real game is a game that is made in America, it's AAA, it's not indie. So thing with me is, I'm like, dude, there's no such thing as a real game. A video game is a video game is a video game. That's pretty much what it is. They're all video games. It doesn't matter if they're AAA, if they're indie, or if they're just made by Japanese developers. They're all video games. And then along the fact that he says PC sucks, as I said in the last part, PC games look way superior on the PC rather than, say, the PlayStation 4. Sorry, man, truth hurts. And this is about when he was talking like Sony won E3. Newsflash, they didn't. What did they show at the whole E3? And I'm sure most people can clarify this for me, because I didn't see the entirety of Sony's E3. I got to see a little bit of the ending points of it, but I never did get to see the whole thing, because after they showed Monster Hunter, I wasn't interested anymore, so I just dropped out. So, but see, a lot of people have been saying God of War, Shadow of the Colossus were all shown at E3 by Sony. Didn't we get shown this last year? Heck, at least Microsoft showed off something new. Microsoft had actual new games. Sony didn't have much of nothing. Just the same games that we played, or not that we played, but the same games we heard about back in 2016. And the thing is, what happened to the Final Fantasy VII Remake? You were talking like, oh yeah, E3 2017, Square's going to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Where was that this whole time? It wasn't there. Yeah, third-party support for the PS4 is dwindling mostly. Look at that. All y'all shown was Western AAA games, and beyond that, the games that we were shown last year, Sony's falling behind. Let's not Let's not even get on the fact that this dude talks about, oh, Sony doesn't need crossplay because, well, you have the PS4 community is over 70 million, so we don't need crossplay. We have enough players. And first, I say good riddance to y'all. We don't need any Sony fanboys on the Xbox, like wrecking the Xbox and Nintendo servers. We don't need them. Like, no offense to the rational Sony fans. I mean, like, no offense to y'all. I mean, like, this is just directed at the fanboys. And so, let's get something straight here. The crossplay is pretty much the future. You don't have to buy the same console to play with your friends now. Crossplay is the future. Get to know it. So, yeah. And we already went over the fact that he was talking about the Switch doesn't have third-party support and Japanese games are weeaboo games and how they're not real games. We already went over that. And how he thinks Nintendo didn't win E3. Newsflash, once again, a lot of people, even your precious and mighty Sony Empire, have fallen because Nintendo pulled off a way superior E3. Sure, they didn't, like I said in the last one, sure, they didn't show a lot of third-party support. Pretty much the most of the third parties we got was Mario plus Rabbids and Rocket League. Yeah, they showed that. They didn't show a whole bunch of actual other third-party games, but it don't, like, we're already set. I mean, sure Square should have released something related to Lost Sphere or something like that, but hey, we just know it's on the Switch and we're perfectly fine with it. So so what more can you say? You can't really say much of anything now because I just countered all of the stuff that you said. You can't really say much about Nintendo having no third-party support because third-party game, whether Japanese or American, it's a third-party game and people will buy it. You can't talk about. You can still say the Switch is underpowered, but in the minds of Japanese developers, the power doesn't matter. They're willing to downgrade a game to make it work on the Switch. Sure, yeah, it'd be a different story if it was, say, GameCube graphics, but it's not. It's right under right below Xbox One. So that's grown. That's done and over with. You can't talk about the You can't say the Nintendo Switch is you can't say that no one's saying Nintendo won E3. You can't say that nobody thought Sony's E3 was horrible because a lot of people did, including myself. And yeah. So it's over. You can't make any other claims right now. You can't say anything. Try to, I'll just prove you wrong again. So, try me if you want to. Yeah, try me. I'm waiting.